grow, still can't stop it.
What is up? I am Crypto Mason, and welcome back to the Crypto Mason YouTube channel. Shout out to the Gold Squad. We look for gold in every single aspect of our lives, and we always find it. Now today, we are back from a 7-day break. Our last video was the security token video, but we are back right now with a jam-packed daily market update. So make sure you're watching until the end. Drop a like and comment on the video. And we have some housekeeping stuff to start off this video. Let's get straight into it. Make sure that you're joining the Gold Squad Discord. We just hit 10,000 members. It is free to join, so go join with the link in the description and get acquainted with the community. Now, also make sure you go and vote for me on the Web3 Influencer Awards. Also, Megan is here as well on some of these, so go click the link in the description, scroll through this, and vote for us in these little things right here. They mean nothing, but we're still trying to win. Also, Ledger Nano X is having a Black Friday deal. You literally get $30 of free Bitcoin if you buy a Ledger Nano X. You can buy this with the link in the description. That is a referral link. So you get to protect your crypto and support the channel in the process. But this is like a perfect Christmas gift for any crypto lovers as well, with Christmas coming up. $30 of free Bitcoin. So moving on, I'm going to be in Dubai very soon for Decipher. Make sure you get your tickets to this. I mean, you got to start planning now if you're going to end up going to Dubai, because it does take a while to fly there depending on where you are. But this is an Algorand event. Silvio McCallie will be there speaking, who's the founder of Algorand. Absolute Illuminati member, basically. He's in the World Economic Forum, and I hope to interview him. So make sure you go and check out Decipher. And then one other thing, all of my content around Algorand for the past year, because if you've been watching, you know I've been talking about Algorand for like a year now, over a year now. All of that content has not been sponsored in any way. For this specific event, for Decipher, they reached out and they wanted to sponsor a few videos. If it doesn't say sponsored, it's not sponsored. And if it does, it is. It's very simple. My audience deserves clarity on what is sponsored and not sponsored, and that is why I only do disclose sponsorships. Look at this also in the bottom right. We have Algorand trending, 5,954 tweets. Algorand is trending right there. And we're going to start off this video talking about Algorand, actually. 24 cents, big crash on the first day of the World Cup. Somewhat expected as a buy the rumor, sell the news, but the World Cup is all the way until December 18. So there's plenty of opportunity for this thing to go back up during the World Cup. One other thing about Algorand we do have in this video, we will cover one more thing about Algorand deeper into this video, which is a very, very crazy clip that I've never seen anybody actually surface, and I posted it on my Twitter yesterday. So let's get into the actual market right here. Obviously, with the Sam Bankman-Fried FTX collapse and scandal, we are not sitting too pretty. We're at 800 billion only. This is pretty insane. $16,000 Bitcoin. We have not went down to 10K yet, but I do think there's one more big bad thing looming on the market, and that'll send Bitcoin even lower. Ethereum 1,111, XRP 35 cents. If we look at the biggest loser today, we've got Chili's, which is also a coin we're involved in the World Cup, kind of, but it is a sports related coin right there, dumping on it's actually the second day of the World Cup today, but dumping on the second day. Near Protocol, if we are sorting by the biggest loser in 7 days, that's Near Protocol, $1.50. Now, I believe there was some connections from Sam Bankman-Fried and FTX to Near Protocol. I'm not 100% on those, but right now I'm going to hold off on buying Near Protocol. CurveDAO is a great DeFi 2.0 play, and that is also one of the biggest losers over 7 days. If you truly believe in crypto, you could or should be accumulating right now. if you believe in the long term. I have no problem buying Quant even at $100. I'm not going to buy it at $100 because this easily could go lower. I have no problem buying some of these coins and just sticking it through and holding all the way until the next bull market. Some of the coins we tend to hold on this channel too are coins that are related to banking and the financial system changing. So they really have no, it does matter that it's a bull market for their price to go up, but it also doesn't really matter. Speaking of Quant, my last TikTok video about Quant, man, was this video where I said, do not be scared to take profits. And I do have this video overlaid on the Quant chart. And I mean, that's the top. That was the local top of that. Now we're all the way down to $100, right? My video was right here on October 18 or 17, one of those, when Quant was peaking the exact top at $210. Now let's get into some of the Bitboy crypto stuff. If you're not following Bitboy crypto, you must be right now, because this man is providing extremely valuable information. I do think he's getting a little bit off track here with the Kevin O'Leary slaughter. And now he's getting doxxed by this guy from a Blackstone private equity guy who's trying to threaten his family and stuff. And now that guy's complaining because Bitboy's doxing him, and Bitboy has a freaking army of 1 million people behind him. Why would you mess with somebody like that and try to dox them? Because, I mean, look at this up here in the top right. You guys see that in the top right? The past 6 media tweets, which means like photo tweets from Bitboy, the past 6 have this dude's face plastered all over them. Hundreds of thousands of impressions. His full name, where he works, where he lives is right there for everyone to see. And that's why you don't mess with people with social audiences. Like, this guy is a nobody trying to threaten Bitboy's family, and he's getting the smoke because Bitboy's not scared of anything. You can tell by what he talks about. And then for all the idiots who say I dick ride Bitboy and all this, I'm like a blah blah blah. Shut the hell up, bro. Like, this dude has he called the whole FTX thing. He literally saved millions of dollars, tens of millions of dollars from people potentially losing it in FTX. And then he tweeted this out, like, I saved tens of millions of dollars. Literally, that's a fact. People withdrew their money from FTX in time because of Bitboy. People sold the FTX token and Solana before the crashes because of Bitboy. Do you guys remember when I was showing the video that Bitboy removed FTX and Solana from his portfolio? I mean, that was 2 weeks before any of this happened. So the haters say that he promoted a scam in 2020 when you had 30,000 subscribers. That's obviously not excused fully, but I mean, that's in 2020. It's way behind him. So the Kevin O'Leary beef, Bitboy is kind of skating on thin lines here, really calling him a murderer and saying that the boat crash that Kevin was involved in 2019, Kevin actually might have been driving that, saying that the wife got off with no charges, which is a fact as well. Kevin's wife was blamed for driving the boat and killing 2 people, and she got off with nothing. And Kevin was all on TV, all on everything, the same human. It didn't even faze him. It didn't look like it fazed him. So Kevin and Bitboy going at it. Bitboy's basically saying, just slandering him a lot, saying that he conspired with FTX to bring down Celsius to 0, which there's literal clips of Kevin saying, thank you for your sacrifice, Celsius. And they did go to 0. There's plenty of stuff coming out on Kevin O'Leary here. Even just bad clips from the past that have nothing to do with crypto are coming out. We also had Mark Cuban. Start to unfollow every single crypto account that he was following. And he is tweeting right here, notice that all my burner accounts are adding crypto accounts, blah, blah, blah. I'm not sure what he's doing, but he literally promoted carbon crypto right here, Climb a DAO, right before he started unfollowing. Very peculiar. Kevin's response to all of what Bitboy has said, this is the only response so far, is bring it on, bozo. I eat guys like you for lunch unless there are too many calories. I'm trying to keep my Adonis figure in shape. So once again, making a weight joke towards Bitboy right there. You know, it's just uncalled for and stupid. And Kevin immediately kind of brings it personal. I believe like Kevin O'Leary is a pretty scary man. He seems very out of touch. Some of the clips coming out are just proof that he's very out of touch. So to get off, we'll get off Bitboy in a second here, but look at this clip that Yahoo Finance is pushing out that Bitboy just said. I am siding with Bitboy hard on this. Take a look at this.
Gary Gensler has completely screwed everyone in crypto. Everyone who lost any money in Celsius, Voyager, BlockFi, FTX, you lost it because of Gary Gensler. His lack of creating clarity and regulation in the space is exactly what has led us to all these offshore companies that do not operate in the United States and are not regulated. His willful lack of, dereliction of duty is what led everybody to this point. We want regulated exchanges, but we can't get regulation. We can't get clarity. You can't do everything by enforcement. And Gary Gensler is the most negligent person in the entire space. And I blame him more than I even blame SPF.
So we can see Bitboy basically like he's like harnessing a ball of power and then throwing it all at like the ball of power that he's garnered off like coming at SBF and everybody, and he's throwing it at Gary Gensler. It's like a Super Saiyan ball just right at Gary Gensler, blaming him for everything. And I agree though. I agree. Like that point he makes of like all of the crypto exchanges are offshore companies. They're literally scared to operate in the USA because they don't know how to operate in the USA. There's zero clarity for crypto exchanges at all. And this is just such a good clip, and I love how Yahoo Finance is pushing that out. It doesn't look like he was on Yahoo Finance Live. Okay, very interesting. So I feel like these mainstream medias are going to start realizing that they can't let Bitboy on the mainstream platform because he's going to say a bunch of crazy shit, true shit. But they let him on here, and he blamed it all on Gary Gensler. Now, speaking of Gary Gensler, here's the Algorand clip that we do have. Now, I'm going to clear up some things after this, but take a look at what Gary says about Algorand.
So governance is tough. You could create Uber or Lyft on top of a blockchain technology today. Well, maybe in 5 years you could. It would have the performance. Sylvia McCally's Algorand, who's a Turing Award winner at MIT that I work with. Sylvia's got a great technology that has the performance. You could create Uber on top of it. The question is then who would update the software?
So right there we can hear him talking about Algorand. Silvio McCally has a great technology. So he's calling Algorand a great technology, Gary Gensler, and saying that you can build Uber on top of it. However, just before he mentioned that, he said that we're 5 years away from building Uber on top of the blockchain, right? 5 years away? What? That means Algorand is 5 years ahead of its time. Highly recommend watching that full video as well. Now, people in the comments of this are saying, like, why do you care what Gary Gensler thinks of this? Like, is he an investment advisor? No. The fact that he cares about Algorand and seems to have worked with Silvio is beneficial to the Algorand project because Gary Gensler is the chairman of the SEC. So having him kind of on their side is very, very good. Now, I mean, still, like, he could come right back and sue them. Like, I'm pretty sure he said before that Ripple was a great technology, but he could come right back around and sue them. But this is a clip I'd never seen before. Now, getting into some of the mainstream news, Donald Trump is back on Twitter. He has not tweeted yet. This is a crossroads, I think, for Donald Trump, or like a like he could choose two things here, in my opinion, and we could see the real intention of him. Actually, he could choose three. Number one, he doesn't tweet at all. Number two, he comes on and starts actually using Twitter. And that would mean that he doesn't really, I would say that it means he doesn't really care too much about promoting Truth Social. Because what he should do, if I was him, I would come on Twitter. You have this big bucket that's about to fall. Like your tweet when you come back might be the most liked tweet of all time when he comes back. A lot of people are speculating on that. So I mean, I would, if I was him, I'd come back and promote Truth Social right away, which is his Twitter kind of app, right? So we can see, like, depending on what his tweet is, will be pretty powerful. One thing I'm also realizing is Elon Musk just platformed Donald Trump for the election, right? Donald Trump, we know, is running in 2024. Elon just re-platformed him. He was deplatformed. Now he's re-platformed by Elon Musk. That's a key detail. And you see Biden just hating on Elon Musk now, saying he's a national security threat or whatever, and saying that you got to look into his connections with other countries, it's just true. Like, Biden's saying the truth on that. You need to take note of Elon's relationship with Russia and China and other countries, because he's in with them too, and he's on his own side. But he has re-platformed Trump for this. It'll be interesting to see what happens. We know there's an investigation going into Biden right now too for human trafficking. Now, the reason I think that's coming out already and the elections in 2024 is because I think that's about 3% of what's actually going to come out by 2024. That's like 5% is, oh, wow, there's an investigation. No, that's 5% of the brunt of what's going to happen by 2024. Now, while I was on a little break here, we also had a new Economist cover come out, Crypto's Downfall, with some meteors here. And we know that the economist forums, economists, sorry, people get so feisty about the way I pronounce that. Who cares, bro? Shut up. If you're a grammar Nazi in my comments, come on. So we know that the 1988 was this cover. Yeah. 1988. Yep. Was the Get Ready for a World Currency cover with the Phoenix, cash burning, and then this stellar lumens looking logo on it. It says 10 and then Phoenix by 2018. Like, what is going on here? So these covers are very important. We also had the one with Cardano and a bunch of other cryptos on there. So paying attention to that, I mean, of course, they're going to put out Crypto's Downfall right now. It seems to be hell. Like, the space is the most negative I've probably ever seen it. It's just a cesspool of negativity. Now, we had JP Morgan officially register a trademark for their crypto wallet. Okay, nobody's going to use this except institutional people. Like, why would I use this? I'm not trying to support JP Morgan in any way. We will see how they do with that. Now, two things on Cardano, and then we'll wrap up the video. Cardano has announced an algorithmic stablecoin, JED, launching on its mainnet in 2023. We already knew this. However, there are two new launches now, this stablecoin, and there's this midnight thing, which I am definitely keeping an eye on. This is built by IOHK, so literally the people who have built Cardano, right? As you can see in the bottom right down there. And this is launching on Cardano, or I believe maybe it's separate. It's a side chain to Cardano, but still connected. And this is a privacy blockchain with a token. So there's going to be a token called Dust. Now, a lot of people were making fun of the name, saying your tokens are going to turn to dust at midnight. I don't like the name Dust for a token. It's extremely stupid because we know that people call little bits of crypto dust. So if you have like 0.0004 XRP in your wallet, that is called dust in the crypto space of any coin. So why would you name your coin Dust? I don't like that at all. It should have been Dusk, like with a K, because midnight. It just makes sense. But this is a privacy blockchain. Definitely pay attention to this. There's not much info on it right now, Monero was hating on this blockchain. They said, if you want, he said, use Monero, the official account said, use Cardano Midnight if you want to use a privacy blockchain with a backdoor. Use Monero if you want actual privacy without shenanigans. Shame on you, Charles Hoskinson. Damn. And they have deleted this. They have retracted their negative statements. Pretty insane. You know, like when something as established as Monero hates on a new project, you know it triggered them, right? And they know they're going to get surpassed by it or something like that. So that is all we've got for today's video. Make sure you join the Gold Squad Discord. Like and comment, drop a subscribe, all of that bullshit. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter. I love every single one of you, and goodbye.
Yeah.